At the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss Nation, all the Rebel family out there, welcome to the first edition of the Fireside Chat here in the 25, is it 25?
I think so.
25-26 academic school year. Joined by special guest, defensive coordinator, my friend Pete Golding from the Ole Miss football team. Pete, thanks for being on the Fireside, man.
Absolutely, excited to be here.
Yeah. When's the last time you sat in a lawn chair on the square?
I think this is my first time. Not the first time outside of a courthouse, but first time in a lawn chair.
Yeah. Speaking of courthouse, man, you got any of those traffic ticket or parking tickets here in Oxford?
I've gotten one or two.
Yeah.
Thank God for time, Luke.
What's your strategy?
Just ignore them and hand them to time, Luke, and see what happens. So.
You ever do the change?
I do, like when I'm with my wife and stuff like that. You know, she's very adamant about following the rules, so we'll go through and we'll do everything right. We're more of a credit card dude, like just swipe it.
Yeah. Rule follower, the wife.
Yeah. She's a lawyer, CPA. Yeah.
Yeah. This Fireside Chat is our direct line of communication with the group that's more important than any other group to us, our student body here at Ole Miss. I know Coach feels the same with football. Let's get to know Coach here a little bit. Coach, where are you from?
So born and raised in Hammond, Louisiana. Both my parents were educators. So went there elementary school through high school. And then I went to a small Division II school in the Mississippi Delta called Delta State. And so was over there, played for 4 years, and then made my rounds as a coach and ended up here.
I spent a little time in the Deuce.
Yeah.
I miss the Deuce days. Less distractions in the Deuce.
Absolutely.
So, Ole Miss students, what are you doing in 68 days? 68 days from today, an open invitation. What are you doing in 68 days, Coach?
We are playing Georgia State at home, baby.
The home opener.
The home opener,
Yep.
2025.
Hey, let the students know, how are we getting it done? You guys are just winning on a big stage.
Yeah.
Built the program here quickly.
Yeah.
Sustaining success. If you had to describe to the students, Sal, what's gone into this Ole Miss football build, what's the bottom line?
I mean, obviously, I think it starts with Coach Kiff. I think leadership starts from the top, and so he's had a vision. I think he's hired a really good staff, put it in place, a lot of selfless guys. And then obviously it comes down to players. It's players over plays, and the student body. Our support, Walker, obviously the chancellor. I think everything aligned correctly in order to give us the resources that we need to go recruit really good players. Now that's a lot easier when you're having success on the field. So I think with Lane's success on offense, that was appealing to me to come in from a defensive standpoint, and felt like we were really close. If we could do our part on our side of the ball, that I think we're closer than people think as far as the ability to win a championship. But I think it's recruiting good players and having a good guy at the top.
Shout out to Walker Jones and the Grove Collective. I want to thank everybody that's contributing to all the name, image, likeness efforts here at Ole Miss. Walker played football at Ole Miss.
He did.
What position?
I think he was a linebacker. Yeah.
Does he ever try to kind of get it into coaches' meetings?
You know what? I saw him the other day, and he looks like he actually good now. He's in good shape. So I went to his 50th birthday the other night. So he looks more like a kicker now than a backer. But we
anything you can tell the students about the 50th birthday party?
It was a good setup. It was at the little donut distillery right here. His wife running out the top, and had a really good time. A lot of good people were there. So it was good. Good celebration.
One thing we like to do with the Ole Miss students on each Fireside Chat is just try to give them a little scouting report.
Yeah.
They might not want our scouting report. That's what we try to do. So I know it's a hard question. It's a loaded question.
Okay.
But what is one of your favorite eateries here in Oxford, Mississippi?
Okay. I like Lenore's. I like Lenore's, obviously, preferably for them, probably on Wednesday night.
Yep.
But I really like Lenore's. I'm a good Tico's guy. I'm a big meat guy, so I think I go back between Tico's and Grill House as far as who's got the best steak. I had the bone-in filet. I guess I took my wife out Saturday night at Grill House. Was really, really impressed. But we got 3 kids, so we had a lot of them.
How do you cook your steak?
I'm a medium rare guy.
Medium rare?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Remember back at the Deuce where you would ask for the A1 or the Heinz 57?
At Ryan's Steakhouse?
Yeah. Golden Corral?
That's right. That was an upgrade.
Got to get there before 5, a little cheaper.
Now Friday night, steak night.
Yeah. Ole Miss students, my eatery of the week. Rascals Convenience Store off of Highway 7. They have some of the best catfish I've ever had.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of pain in the ass with the tartar sauce game because you got the packets.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer the pump.
That's right.
But I want to shout out the Rascals and the catfish out there.
Awesome. Try that out.
What else do you and your family enjoy doing here in Oxford besides winning football games?
So obviously my boys play a lot of sports. So I got 2 boys and a little girl. She's in gymnastics and dance and all that. So running around with those guys, practicing games and stuff like that. My boys are getting into golf. So we leave on number 4 at the country club. So we play golf. We got a pool in the backyard. So a lot of family time stuff, and then chasing them around pretty much.
Do you feel comfortable giving the Ole Miss students your address there? So after a game, they just
Yeah, come
by?
on. Come on.
Yeah.
We got plenty of room in the back.
Yeah, just honk before if the lights are off. If the lights are on, just knock on the door. Ole Miss students, you might want to congratulate Coach here on the first football win. 68 days.
68.
Does that stress you out hearing that?
It really doesn't, man. I really don't look in the future much, to be honest with you. I'm kind of be where my feet are guy and just enjoy today, and we'll figure that out when it gets here, to be honest.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Another thing we like to do in the Fireside Chat is to give the Ole Miss students some like real life advice.
Yeah.
Not the fluff that you get from your parents or maybe a manual.
Yeah.
Like the real talk. So if you could tell yourself something you know now that you didn't know then. It's a good Bob Seger lyric, by the way. What would you tell the Ole Miss students? So just some good college advice.
You know, I felt like I probably didn't make the best of decisions at that age in college. I kind of did what I wanted to do and what was important to me. I didn't realize of who else it actually affected. You know, not having a significant other, not having kids, I felt like I was the only one affected by the decision. But then when you're on team sports, which obviously I love, like you realize every decision you make affects somebody in that room. And I thought in college those things wouldn't follow you, some of those decisions that I made for the rest of my life, and they do. Still to this day with my wife sometimes, brings up old So, you know, I think the biggest thing is obviously realize the decisions that you have every day will go with you for the rest of your life. And I think self-discipline's a real thing. And I think we go through that fight every day of here's something we know we're not supposed to do, but we really want to do it. Can we keep ourselves from doing it? You know, and I think the other piece of it is like, you know, here's something, you know, I know I'm supposed to do. I really don't want to do it. Can I make myself do it? And I think you need people around you to help you with that.
I like it. I heard a little Coach Saban in there. Deep down inside.
Deep down.
Yeah.
Institutionalized.
What's going on with the hair game this summer? You letting it grow out a little bit?
You know what I'm saying? I'm a 2 haircut a year dude. You know, so I normally go August and February. But then now I actually got one this spring. So it's a little tamer than normal.
Have you always rocked the beard?
You know what? Probably once I started getting fat, I started rocking the beard. So probably like Tusculum back to Delta, I started probably rocking the beard back 08-ish, 09-ish a little bit. Yeah.
When did the gray pop up?
Oh, that was probably about 23, 24. Everybody thinks it was Saban, but I mean, that was still my D2 days, man. It's been.
What wife ever on you about the old color game?
You know what? Like, you know, when we met or when we got married, like it was pretty salt and pepper, you know? So I think she would be really concerned if I showed up and my wasn't gray. I think she would think something's going on.
Yeah,
probably.
I like it.
Yeah.
Another thing we like to do for the Ole Miss students, each Fireside Chat edition, is try to give you guys some relationship advice. Everybody's got a little bit of relationship game in college.
That's right.
Some choose to go down the single lane.
Yeah.
Which I respect. Some people try to, you know, find a good relationship.
Absolutely.
You're a happily married man.
That's right.
Good recruiter, by the way.
Okay.
Any advice to the Ole Miss students about relationships?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not a rush. You know, I think it's something that will naturally happen. I think when you start going out looking for it, you're probably going to find the wrong one. You know, so I think there's no hurry to it. I think go enjoy, you know, being young and being in college. And I think when you find the right one, you're going to know. It might take you a little longer than you think. And some of those things that you think are important probably aren't. And I think the quality of the person, right, and being able to have a real conversation and some other things, you know, start to matter a little bit more than initially. But I think the biggest thing, don't rush it. You know, I think nobody's perfect. I think in anything in any relationship, it's what are you willing to live with, right? Because none of us are perfect. So I think once you find one that you like, that's a cool chick, that's not completely crazy, you need to roll with it.
Much respect, man.
Yeah.
Only here on the Fireside Chat do you get such transparent, no fluff advice directly to the Ole Miss students. I mean, you can't get this on the Paul Feinbaum, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah.
Do him and Lane secretly hang out?
You know, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. I think there's really some similarities there, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You know, as basketball coaches, we kind of get the shaft down there in Destin, you know. Lane gets to exit the meetings, go sit on the beach there with Feinbaum.
Yeah.
We're in there talking about the transfer portal and NCAA rules. So, did you play ball growing up, basketball?
I did.
What was your game like?
I was a little white point guard. I knew my game, played really good defense. Was pretty quick off the dribble, penetrated and dished. Didn't probably shoot but 2 or 3 a game off of steals and layups, and I was a assist steal guy.
Were you a pressure the ball defensive guy or more contained?
I was a very pressure the ball defensive guy.
I like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of defense, give us the first look here.
Yeah.
Directly to the Ole Miss students. Congratulations on last year's defense.
Yep.
Fun to watch will be an understatement.
Yeah.
Now you got what, 5 or 6 guys get drafted,
Yeah.
several more.
That's right.
Free agents.
Yep.
What do we got to look forward to here in 68 days?
You know what? I mean, I think obviously a lot of that was from the front 6, you know, and the TFLs they created on base downs to get guys in obvious passing down. So what I'm most excited about is I don't think we're going to fall down, you know, from where we were from the front 6 standpoint. I think we got a really talented group. Most of that group, 90% of that group was already in that room, so they know the expectations. They have a really good foundation of what we're going to ask them to do and why we're going to ask them to do it. I think we've added 2 elite edge players to it. That'll help, obviously, to be able to create some negative yardage plays and pressure the quarterback. But, you know, I think the green dot's back in Daugherty, the Mike. He kind of makes us tick. I think, you know, inside, everybody looks at, you know, we lost 3 inside guys to the draft. You know, we didn't replace it with 1 portal guy, you know, because over the last 2 seasons from a recruiting standpoint, I think we've hit on those guys inside. All 4 of them are Mississippi kids that they've been here, they've been in the system. So I'm really excited about the front 6. You know, in the back end, we have 9 guys in the back end that didn't go through spring ball. And so we're with them this summer, obviously, now that the rules have changed. So I think a big piece of the success will be this summer, getting the continuity together and making sure those guys understand what we're going to ask them to do from a coaching aspect. We got to do a good job understanding what they can do, right, and build a package around that instead of just trying to plug them into something that we did last year with different people. So right now it's still an experiment, but I love the talent. I think it's a really good combination of year 1 and year 2. I think year 1 we had a lot of grit. We played with a lot of toughness. Weren't always the most talented team. And then last year I think it was a pretty good combination. But I like this. This team's got a lot of grit and a lot of toughness. And then they got a high football IQ. I think they want to compete. And then we got some talent that came back. So I think it could be exciting here.
See, another reason I respect football coaches, I mean, you got bees flying all around you, man. You just keep. It's impressive.
Right. That's right.
If we had some administrator here or some basketball guy here as a special guest, you know, we take him, man. You just kept going, man.
Let's roll with
I like
it, man.
that.
Yeah.
I know you want to give a special invitation to the students.
Yeah.
Tell them how important they are for Ole Miss football. Mike's yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, obviously, you guys know the impact that you can make on a game. I think they're, you know, our players, speaking on behalf of our players, when they walk out in a Vaught Hemingway and they see y'all, right, see you rowdy. For me, I feel you on 3rd down, right? I appreciate you. You know, a stat came out the other day, right? We're one of the wingiest teams at home in the SEC. And obviously this year we have 8 home games, right? So we got 8 opportunities, right, to continue that. Coach Kiff's done an unbelievable job at home, but I know our players know their appreciation when you show up early and show out. We're very thankful for that, and we'll put a good product on the field for you.
One personal question for you as we wrap up here at Fireside Chat. Students, thank you for watching this week's edition. So you're walking through the Grove a couple of hours before the football game, basically?
They do.
You don't walk through the Grove?
I have not done that since I've been there. I'm adamant that's for the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever kind of say, man, I love coaching at Ole Miss, but I wish I could experience that Grove one time?
You know, I mean, I've experienced the Grove, not from a player-coach standpoint, which I really enjoyed the Grove. But, yeah, I'm sure at some point, right, like whenever this is, yeah, I definitely will do it. But I love that for our players and that excitement. I want the attention to be on them because they're going to be the reason why we win or lose, to be honest with you.
Yeah. An exciting time at Ole Miss, not just football, not just basketball, all the sports excelling at an elite level. But we really want to thank you guys.
Yep.
Everything y'all do in football, we all kind of benefit from it. It's a cool place to work. It's a cool place to go to school.
Yeah.
It's a cool place to live. And Ole Miss football is just in the fabric of this town, man. So much respect and appreciate it. Ole Miss students, I want to wish you the best the rest of the summer, whether you're in school or back home. Hope you all arrive back to Oxford here in a few weeks safely when the school year starts. I want to thank you for watching this week's edition of the Fireside Chat. I want to thank Pete for being with us. And I look forward to seeing everybody here in a couple weeks when the school week starts. Hotty toddy.